guys, it's Brittany, and today's video, it just randomly came to my head a couple days ago and I was like, you know what, I think I should tell them this in a video because it's really disturbing and really creepy. So I decided to sit down and in my Darth Vader onesie, because it's about dreams, nightmares, so it's like I'm in my pajamas, my onesie, my favorite one, Darth Vader obviously. But when they make a Kylo Ren onesie, that will be my favorite onesie. So many of you guys know that I'm very fascinated by dreams and nightmares, and I'm usually dreaming almost every single night. But for the past few months, I have not had really any dreams. I don't know if it's because I haven't remembered them or like I don't really know, but a few days ago, I actually tweeted about this. I did have a dream and it was amazing. The show Scariest Places on Earth, it came back on TV and I was the new host. So it was a pretty amazing dream. So that was my most recent dream. So that's kind of what brought this on. It just kind of came back to my memory and I'm just like, oh my God, I should make a video about this. So this happened when I was 8 or 9 years old. And it was this dream that I had for a week, about 5 to 7 days, 5 to 7 nights straight, the same disturbing nightmare, and it really disturbed me outside of my dream as well. So long story short, when I was 8 or 9, it was one of those ages, I constantly, even as a teenager, just throughout my whole like childhood kid life, I always would change my bedroom around, like the furniture and everything. I would change where it goes because I don't know what it was. I just always had to change it because I would get bored easily of everything just being in the same spot, so I would change it a lot. So one day I decided to move my bed, which was on like the left side of my bedroom, and I decided to move it on my right side, so I kind of swapped my bed over here and where my desk was over here. This nightmare that I had was probably 20 to 30 seconds each night actually, that I had this nightmare. So it all began, and I can see it so vividly in my head, like I'm 8 or 9 years old again and I'm in my dream. That's how much I remember it, and that's how much it disturbed me as a child. So get ready for this. Some of you may think I'm crazy after telling you guys. You're gonna be like, why were you dreaming about that? Girl, I have no idea. It started off with me walking to school. Now, I could see the school in the distance, but it wasn't my school. I don't know whose school this was, like what school. I don't even know if I was in Ontario. Like, I don't know if I was in Canada. I don't know, because everything around me I've never seen before. It was like I was in a different country or a different part of Canada. I don't know. But it was not my school, but in my dream it was my school. And I remember I was walking along the sidewalk and I had my friends beside me, but I couldn't really see them because I was always looking straight ahead, but I knew I had 2 people on either side of me. So it was really weird. You know how dreams are kind of weird like that? So anyways, there's this boy in my dream, and I've never seen this boy in my life. So no, I do not know him in person. His name was Billy, and I don't know anybody in person named Billy, but for some reason in the dream, I knew that his name was Billy. I see Billy, and he's wearing jeans, and he had a red top on. So Billy's walking in front of me, just a few feet in front of me, and then all of a sudden, his head falls off. And all this blood is just shooting out of his neck. And I always wake up, like I'm always terrified seeing that because it's disturbing as hell, and it's scary and shocking. Like, why did his head fall off? It's so weird, guys. I don't know what made me have that nightmare. It all happened extremely fast. So this dream in total was like 20 to 30 seconds. And I remember waking up, and it was like the middle of the night when I woke up, and I was just thinking, what the heck? Like, what was that? Who is Billy? Why did his head fall off? And just seeing the blood shooting out of his neck, it just really stayed with me. And I remember when I was walking to school that morning, I was scared because I really thought like maybe I was seeing the future, even though I don't know who this Billy kid was. And I've never seen him before. I don't know anybody named Billy in real life. Like, I don't know anybody named Billy. To this day, I still don't know anybody named Billy. And I don't think I've ever met somebody with the name Billy. So it's creepy. So I remember the next day going to school, and I remember walking with my friends, even though I actually was where I live, but in my dream, I had no idea where I was, but I knew that it was my school, but it wasn't really my school. Like, you know, it's just really confusing. And I remember thinking to myself the whole time walking, like, what if this Billy kid comes out of nowhere and then his head falls off and blood starts shooting out of his neck again? So when that day was over, it was the next night. So the second night when I moved my bed to that side of my room. So I went to sleep and I had the exact same dream again. Walking to school, I saw the school in the distance. I could not recognize it. It just wasn't my school and my surroundings. Like, I've never seen this place in my life. Walking with my two friends, looking straight ahead, Billy comes out of nowhere in his jeans and his red shirt, and his head falls off and blood is just shooting out of his neck again. I'm in shock. I just couldn't believe what happened, and I wake up. And I woke up so fast. You know when you just kind of get out of bed, you stand up in your bed basically, and I was sweating, and I was just like, what is going on? So I had this really weird thought that maybe this part of my bedroom is haunted where I put my bed. So I'll get to that later on, but I'll get to that later on, okay? Just like hold that thought. So I remember actually going downstairs and getting a glass of water and just like thinking to myself, what is going on? Why did I have this nightmare again? It's so disturbing, and it just stayed in my head, and it was constantly replaying because it's just, I've never seen anything like that, obviously, but it traumatized me. So I thought about it the next day at school, but it kind of went away. Then it was the third night. So I went into my bed again. And you guys know I had the same exact nightmare, just the same thing. Nothing, not even one little thing was different. It was exactly the same. Walking to school, not knowing my surroundings, not recognizing my school, having these friends that I've never seen before and I can't look at them because I'm looking straight ahead. Billy comes out of nowhere in his jeans and his red shirt, his head falls off, and boom! Blood is just shooting out like crazy. So once again, I just like shot up into my bed. I was like standing up, sweating. I was in complete shock, and I was just thinking to myself, why do I keep having this nightmare? It's not like I was watching something on TV with someone's head falling off and blood shooting everywhere, and it was just massive amounts of blood. You know how dreams and nightmares don't really make sense? Like, this just did not make sense. I don't know why I was dreaming about this. I have no idea. As a couple more nights passed and I had the exact same nightmare again, I just thought, you know, maybe it's because I moved my bed to the opposite side of my room. So I started calling it the haunted part of my room. This all happened, this nightmare started right when I moved my bed to the opposite side of where it usually was. So late one night before I went to bed, I decided, you know, I'm just gonna move my bed back to its original place and then my desk back to its original place. So I moved my bed, I pushed it with all I could because, like, I don't know how I did it, it was super heavy, but I pushed it to the side that it always was on, and I moved my desk back. And that night I slept like a baby, and I never had that nightmare ever again. It was so confusing to me. I have no idea where this nightmare came from, and I just think it's super weird how it all started when I moved my bed to that side of my room, and then when I moved it back, everything was okay. I just think that was really creepy, and I never had that dream or that nightmare ever again, and I never moved my bed ever again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really weird, disturbing childhood nightmare that I had. I thought it was a good little topic for one of my videos because it's creepy as hell and it's just so scary and disturbing, but I thought you guys would be like, what? So let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought, or if you've ever had a similar nightmare from moving your bed or any piece of furniture anywhere. Like, it's just, I honestly think that nightmare was connected to my bed in some weird way. It was or connected to that side of my room in just some strange way. It was creepy. Just think about it. Like, that's weird. That's creepy. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, you rock my worlds in the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Britty44. Hashtag Barilla Runs. Hey! And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.